crack-a-lackin'. Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
What's crack-a-lackin', everybody? Welcome into the Week 11 Fantasy Football Start, Sit, Q&A trade question. I don't know where my host, BigDraftEneregy, is, but he will be here soon, guys. What I'm going to do here today is take every single question you guys have for Week 11. We are going to look into some pick'ems here for each game, one pick each, and then we're just going to grind through it this week, guys. Let's get it going. We got the BigDraftEneregy here in the building. He's sleeping in this morning. What's good, brother?
I've been answering.
Oh, is there a little hair up there, bro?
I'm working on it. I've been answering football questions since 6 a.m. Eastern time. I assure you, not sleeping in.
Yeah, I know. I saw you on Twitter just grinding out questions. What's good, brother? How we doing today?
Living the dream, man. Another day, another spectacular fantasy football NFL slate. I'm very excited about it, and I'm down to answer some fantasy football questions with you and build a couple of tickets and lock it in. I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. That's for damn sure.
I like it. All right, so game one, we're going to start off with the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers, 7-3, 7-2, Baltimore minus 3.5, over under 45.8. So what we're going to do here is I'll start off with one pick'em that I like from each game, and then you're going to clean it up and give us the game winner behind it. Covering the Cattle Dogs, Miss Disco, how we doing this morning? Rise and shine. What is good? I hope everything is good in Canada. I hope you guys aren't freezing your ass up. It's getting cold here in California, man. I'm
freezing, bro.
Cold.
You know why it's bad? Because the wind fucking hurts your face here. The wind really hurts your face. I need to move.
What's good, Bones? What's up, Juan? What's up, Eric? We're gonna pop through game one here, and then I'll get to the questions here. So my absolute lock for game one for the Steelers and the Ravens here is Russell Wilson's passing yards. I think this is just a complete aberration. They give up 310 yards a game, and he's at 233. That is one of my absolute locks for this game. What do you like from this game as your number one pick lock?
Well, I mean, right now there's a special on Lamar Jackson on Drafters Fantasy, and if you sign up using promo code SLEETS, you'll double your initial deposit dollar for dollar up to $100 Rooskies. So, yeah, your first bet's on him. And right now the special is 199.5 passing yards. I'm going to smash the over on that one as well. And then take the over on your 233.5 passing yards, put a $5 on that, and we're good to go.
And just lock in the bonus. I like that. You think he's going to go for 199 against the Pitt defense?
I think he goes for 273 is what I have projected.
Ooh. Okay. So there's our first lock.
How much running usage and running yards are we going to anticipate? The one weakness Pittsburgh does have when the pass rush doesn't get there is they get torn apart down deep. Like Minkah Fitzpatrick can only cover so much.
Right.
They get killed for chunk plays, and I think this game's going to be a chunk play game. So, yeah, it's going to be good. You should probably share your drafter screen so the folks can see it.
Oh, yeah. Let me go here. Sorry, guys. There's the first lock on the right, guys. Juan Carlos, what's up, man? He says Bowers or Quentin Johnston at flex, 0.5 PPR. I never recommend two tight ends, man. I know Bowers is in for, monster load of volume, but I love Quentin Johnston's matchup versus the Bengals. So I'm going to lead Quentin Johnston here, but who do you like out of these two?
I'd agree.
Going same thing. Eric, how we doing this morning? Rise and shine. Bones says MBS worthy in the flex PPR. So you have, Keon Coleman out. You're going to have Amari Cooper out there. It looks like you're going to have Khalil Shakir, who probably dominates this game in the flex. I really don't like MBS as a flex play. Do you like MBS as a flex possibility?
No, I like Worthy a lot this week. I like Worthy every single week. I know one of these weeks he's going to pop. So but why not on the grandest stage that they've had thus far? So I'm gonna ride with him. I
like that. Madison, Tyjae Spears, or Javonte Williams. It's got to be either Madison or Tyjae. I mean, Javonte's been phased out completely. So I'd probably go Madison, I guess. You're still in a split either way with Tyjae and Pollard. A Word says PPR sit one, Pollard, Purcell, or Devontae Adams. Who are you going to sit here?
Purcell.
You're going to sit Purcell. So am I. Doing the same thing there. Moa says, what's up, family? How we doing, Moa? Shout out to you. Shout out to Sleeves from Marvin. How we doing, Marv? Good morning. KD in the building. What's good? Moa says, shout out to Ertz. Dude, Ertz popped off, man. He got that garbage time revenge game TD to have a big day. 15.7 from him. That's nice. Eric says, ooh, May, Geno, or AR5. I'm on this train that AR5 is going to have a big game here versus the Jets on a comeback game. He's been benched. He's been shattered by social media. I know the matchup isn't great, but the Jets do struggle for rushing QBs. Tyler rushed him 2 last week. Like on that one, I'm going to go AR5.
Yeah, it's 50-50 right now between AR5 and Geno. I'm going to go with a more rational thinking and lean with Geno, but I will say, like, I would be cautious about the Seattle Seahawks because their starting center is out and they got an undrafted center in right now. So I would definitely temper my expectations with Seattle and their offense this week.
Calling a snap over the head, safety from the center.
It's not that. I just the entire flow of the offense, especially the offensive line, the pass pro call outs. Like Geno doesn't make the pass pro call outs. The center does, right? Geno doesn't make the run block double calls or who they're working up to. That's what the center does, right? There's certain centers that do that, and there's like maybe 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that actually take on that onus. And Geno Smith is definitely not one of those quarterbacks that takes on that onus. So it's not just like the physical aspect; it is literally the entire scheme. Like making the right calls, the right checks for certain packages and whatnot, especially against, Fred Warner and that.
Right, that's going to be the nightmare.
I think that is going to be the difference maker in this matchup.
I like it. Marv says, you called it. How about Barkley? Yeah, had Barkley running back 1. He absolutely smashed late in that game, man. Super chat from A Word only. Thank you for the 99 cents, my guy. Absolute GOAT, brother, means the world. Super chats are always pushed to the front. If you have any questions, guys, that always pops right to the top of everything. Thank you so much, A Word. Sean says Tua or Patty. I'm going Tua, man. I'm going to go Patty, actually. I think the Bills game is going to be lights out with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes on the field. I think it's going to be points galore. I know they're both great defenses, but I'm not sitting Patty in a game versus Mahomes, I don't think. Who do you like there?
Patty for sure.
Patty, gotcha.
Yeah, I think Tua is going to get absolutely decimated this week because that offensive line has not gotten better by the trade deadline, and this is one of the better pass rushes that they faced with the healthy Tua.
I like that. I'm going to do the same thing. All right, so we're going to move on a game here too, guys. We'll get to the questions. We got to get through each game, and other questions are going to fly here. So we have the Saints and the Browns, 3-7, 2-7. The ugliest game of the week, probably Cleveland minus 1.5, 44.5 over. We're going to give you one lock from each game, guys. Remember, we're not responsible for losses. These are just our best picks that we have for the games to help you guys if you do pick 'ems. And when I'm looking at this game, I think this is a full-blown Alvin Kamara game. But the thing that I like the most here is probably Nick Chubb's rushing yards at 67.5. I think he's going to smash this week.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got it at 57.5, so that's why.
Earlier in the week?
Yeah.
I got it at 60 earlier, but I still think 67 is doable.
Totally.
I still like it. You don't like it at 67?
I would lean on Jerome Ford's 13.5 rushing yards more than 67, but I think the 67.5 is still a lot.
Okay. Is that your lock? Well, we got to get a Saint player.
Well, no. Like you pick whatever one you want, and then I'll go off that. So if you're going with Nick,
I'm gonna go Chubb. I'm gonna stick on Chubb at 67.
Okay.
Or they don't even have Tillman's yards, just receptions. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over 0.5 interceptions thrown for Derek Carr.
Ooh, I think Carr's throwing an instant pick. Okay, I like that. I'm with that. So there's our two locks for that game. It is 67.5 for Chubb, Derek Carr with the pick. Game 1, we use the bonus on Lamar Jackson, and we use Russell Wilson's 233, guys. This is my absolute lock of the week. Russell Wilson is going to smash 233 yards, in my opinion. Hugo says, good morning, guys. Pick 2, Jay Season, Quentin Johnson, Odunze, MBS. I am going Quentin Johnson and Jay Season here. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I think Odunze is going to get in trouble versus Green Bay there. I don't like the volume share.
It depends because Jair might be out.
Yeah, I mean, it's still.
If Jair's out and it's trending towards that way, I think one of those 3 receivers are going to splash, and I'd rather go for the ceiling play.
So you think DJ Moore and Keenan Allen going to have a bounce back game with Thomas now at OC?
It's going to be one of the three. It really is going to be one of the three. I don't think all three are going to be spectacular, but it's going to be one of the three. So if he's an option, I'll bet on him. You got 33% likelihood that he'll hit.
I like that. I really like Quentin Johnson this week, though, Hugo, a lot.
I like QJ and him, not JSF.
Okay. So you like Odunze? Okay. Defense, Rams or Broncos? Oh, man, I'd probably go Rams. You get a better matchup versus New England than you do with the Broncos versus Atlanta. Who do you like there?
I'm going to lean on the Rams because they're going against a less explosive offense. But, I mean, you're the DST
guy. I like it. Patty or Tua. Oh, you have Tyreek Hill with the stack. I still like Patty. I would still roll out Patty and Tyreek, bro. Marvin says T. Higgins and Debo are in for receiver currently. Should I take the chance with D-Hop instead of Higgins? I like D-Hop a lot this week, man. I think it's going to be a shootout game with Buffalo. I think they're going to have to lean on D-Hop and Kels a lot. I mean, I know people are like, you get a bad matchup with Buffalo's defense. You do. But this is going to be one of those games that everyone is just glued to, and I think the stars are going to shine in it. Do you like Higgins or D-Hop?
Shit. I'm not going to trust a guy coming off of an injury and who plays football, even though Higgins has, more of he has more upside in his matchup than D-Hop because we know Jamar Chase is going to draw all the doubles. With that being said, I'm still leaning D-Hop because he has been in offense and he is enjoying football right now.
I don't trust T. Higgins at all, even though he's out there. I'm starting him in Dynasty because I have to, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
Desi says, good morning, boys. Y'all going with Jennings or Higgins today? I'm going with Juan Jennings still over Higgins. The matchup is great versus Seattle. I think you're going to agree with that. Higgins or Juan?
Juan for sure, especially with Kittle being out.
Right, and Kittle's down as well, so that's huge. Is Logan Thomas a flyer for the 49ers on that one?
No, I think Kyle Juszczyk would be a flyer before Logan Thomas because Logan Thomas can't block worth a damn, and that's what they need the tight end to do.
I agree. Thank you, BDE. Just saw the X reply. Have a blessed day. Yeah, if you guys have not smashed a follow on my guy BDE, Big Draft Energy's YouTube or his Twitter, both the links are in the description. Make sure you smash my guy a follow. It takes 1 second. Great content. Support the fam. Dustin Stone says Shakir, Downs, or QJ. I like Shakir a lot this week. Chiefs struggle the most versus the slot receiver, and I think Shakir's going to have a big day this week. You like Shakir, Downs, or QJ?
Half PPR, I'm going with the guy with the most touchdown upside, which is QJ.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I like QJ too. So I mean, it'd be QJ, Shakir, or Shakir, QJ, Downs for me. Potato Tickler, I love the name, bro. What's up, my man? ETN or Pollard? Pollard is a major sit for me this week, especially with Ty J splitting. I like ETN, even though it's rough versus Detroit. And Winston or Geno? I mean, I like Winston and Geno about the same. I mean, I'd probably go Geno for the higher scoring game is what I'd look at.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pollard and Winston. But both of them have opportunity and volume. And once again, Geno scares the shit out of me with the center situation there.
Minnesota's run is just so good versus Pollard. I think it's going to be tough.
They're not playing Minnesota. Oh, no, you're right. They are playing Minnesota. It's not that I'm talking about, like, it doesn't matter who they're playing against. We know that Will Levis cannot drop back and throw for 50 times. So the volume and opportunity is going to be there. So it comes down to, does he have the game-breaking ability or not? And I'm going to give Tony Pollard the game-breaking ability. So I don't see a world where, like, he's the guy who's not going to break free for a touchdown against Minnesota. Whereas, like, Travis Etienne's going to face stacked boxes, and it's going to be really, really, really rough with Mac Jones at the helm. I'm going to lean Pollard here, and I'm definitely going to lean Winston because Geno scares the shit out of me.
Even with Tajay coming back, taking 50% snaps on his first game back?
Don't matter. Game-breaking ability.
Okay. I like that. All right. We're going to move on to the next game here. I'll catch up with everything in chat. We'll go like one game, answer 5 to 10 questions. One game, answer 5 to 10 questions here. So Nick Chubb, Derek Carr is our pick for the Browns Saints game. Now we are moving on here to the next game below. It's going to be Caleb Williams, the battle, Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers. 6-3 Packers, 4-5 Bears, Green Bay -5.5, and the overall is 40.5 over under. If I had to pick anything I like from this game, and this is a tough game for me, I really don't like a lot of pick'ems in this game. I'm probably going to lean on Tucker Kraft's receiving yards in this game or longest reception. I think the Bears really struggle versus the tight end. I think that's one of the key plays there is going to be Tucker Kraft this week.
So what you got here?
I went with Tucker Kraft's receiving yards. I really don't like Josh Jacobs rushing for Chicago. I really don't like DeAndre Swift for Green Bay. I don't like Jordan Love's passing yards. I don't love Caleb Williams. Maybe the new offense, maybe 192 is doable. 21 rushing yards, longest rush. That's all doable. I don't trust it.
So you took the receiving, not the longest reception?
Took the receiving. I think he's going to crush 34.
Okay, I'm going to take
what's Romo Dunze at 35, Keenan at 41?
No. I'm going to take
it's rough in this one, huh? I don't like it.
Give me a sec. Caleb Williams over 192.5 passing yards.
You like that one? Okay. I'm with that. I like that. All right, so that's our locks for the Green Bay game. We're going with one from each game from each of us. I'm going with Tucker Kraft receiving yards. He's going with Caleb Williams passing yards. I like the 18.5 completions as well, too, possibly in that for Caleb.
Yeah, I think he's going to get chunk plays. If we're talking about Jair missing, he's going to get some explosives, and I really like that receiving core for explosives. So it really comes down to, is the Green Bay pass rush going to get home or not? Obviously, if they had an option for over 0.5 interceptions, I would smash that in a fucking heartbeat, but they don't. So
Fang says, I hope it's a Kamara game. Dude, this is a Kamara smash week, bro. 100%. I need him to go up. Barkley dropped at 35 behind the 8 ball. Barkley went bananas late in that game, man. He's such a closer. It's crazy. Katie says, start 2, Juan Jennings, Adams, or Sutton. I like Devontae Adams versus the Colts a ton. I can't bench him out of those 3. And then Sutton and Jennings is kind of a coin flip. Sutton's been on fire. Atlanta funnels to the wide receiver 1 a ton. Jennings is seeing tons of work. I'm going to lean Sutton here and say Adams and Sutton. Who do you like out of these 3?
I'm going to go Adams and Jennings.
You just don't trust Sutton, huh? He's hard to trust, but he's
I'm not going with the guy who's not trustworthy. And with Kittle being out, Jennings is going to have to get involved a little bit more. And like Debo just went from wide receiver 3 on the week for me to wide receiver 1 on the week for me with that news.
He kills Seattle every time too. It's crazy. What's up, Abe Dewey says traded Brees and Pickens for Kupp and Kenneth Walker. Thoughts? Man, I would want Brees and Pickens, to be honest. I hate to break the news to you there. You get Pickens with a great schedule, Brees with a great schedule, Kupp dealing with Puka, tough schedule for the Rams the rest of the way, and Kenneth Walker I love. I mean, I don't think you lost by much, but I think you lost by a little bit there. Bandit says made it to the greatest show on earth. Bandit at about 9. I'll shoot you the link if you want to hop in, Bandit. As soon as we go through all the games, we'll chat it up at the end. EB says Knox, Jonnu Smith, Disley, or Gesicki. I'm riding Dawson Knox here. The Chiefs are 32nd versus tight end, 32nd versus yards per game. I'm rolling Knox with Kincaid out. Who you rolling there?
Yeah, I've answered this question over 230 times today. I'm definitely leaning Dawson Knox. He has one of the best matchups in football, and I like Dawson Knox this season, coming into the season more than I did Kincaid. I just realized that my mic is like all the way over here. Is this better? Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, sweet.
What's up, Kyle? He says Dubs, Chubb, ETN. I love Chubb this week, bro. I think Chubb is in for an easy touchdown. I think he sees 15, 20-point game here. I think it's the biggest game of the year for him.
Yeah, Nick Chubb is a top 8 running back for me. I have him at RB8 in PPR format, so I'm definitely leaning Nick Chubb here. And if he doesn't do it this week, then it's never going to happen.
Right. I mean, his schedule going ahead is tough.
Yeah.
Mark says, does Juju being back hurt or help D-Hop? I don't think it does anything to D-Hop, really. I never bought into Juju's one game either way. I mean, do you think Juju hurts D-Hop at all?
It's going to be one of them. So somebody's going to have to perform and somebody's going to have to be good. I think Juju's relied upon in the run game. So we're going to see in 2 wide receiver sets more Juju and D-Hop. So I don't think it's going to affect him in that aspect. I think the person who it affects the most would be Xavier Worthy, because Xavier Worthy is no longer in 2 wide receiver sets.
Right. That's going to hurt him a lot. Abe just says pick 1 half PPR. My answer is Ridley with ease on this one. BTJ, Rico Hopkins, Ridley gets Detroit, dude. He's seeing so much volume. He's at like the highest volume in the past 3 weeks for a wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, and it's an excellent matchup. I'm not gonna argue it, but like the analytics, the science, the matchup, the advantageous aspect of it all is all pointing towards Ridley. But like Will Levis is a piece of shit. So just
he still balled out with Ridley last week. He got him the ball.
as I said, Will Levis is a piece of shit. We'll see what we get. I'm not trusting him, but I mean, if this is your options, you have to go with the logic, right?
Right. You got BTJ with Mac Jones, Rico with no one in Dallas. I still like D-Hop, but I like Ridley a little more than D-Hop. Superflex Darnold or Rodgers. I'm going Rodgers. I don't like Darnold versus Tennessee. Tennessee's very good versus the quarterback, very good versus the wide receiver. And
Agreed.
The grunge matchup. A lot of field goals in that game, I feel. Fang says with Kittle down, forced to start Taysom Hill. Dude, I get so many questions about Taysom Hill, and I never recommend him, but he did miss an 88-yard touchdown last week that got called back, which would have boosted him a ton. But he's like the jack of all trades. That's so risky. Do you still like Hill this week with the situation?
I'll be honest. I never liked Taysom Hill. I will always recommend against Taysom Hill, but the one weakness the Cleveland Browns do really have is they give up a rushing touchdown at least one rushing touchdown on a weekly basis to opposing backs. And I mean, obviously he's not a clear-cut running back. He's actually a tight end. But with that being said, he's still going to get the opportunity in the end zone. It's going to be a very touchdown-dependent situation. But I do like him. He has as much of a chance to find the end zone as Alvin Kamara this week.
I agree, but God, he's just so risky for me. May the whiners be ours today. Sorry, Sleeves, but go Seahawks. Some Seahawks are getting put down, bro.
I feel so bad for Willie, man. He had to play me last week with both Chase Brown and Jamar Chase. God bless you, sir.
Bayou Bengal in the building. Shout out to my guy. How we doing, Bayou? If you want to hop in, I'll shoot you the link, bro. If you guys have not smashed a sub to Bayou Bengal, make sure you do. My guy drops great content. I haven't had Bayou Bengal on here in a minute, so let me know, Bengal. Bandit with Anthony Richardson or Geno. I think we said A-Rich at the beginning for the upside. I still think Geno's going to be a good play. EB says DJ Moore or BTJ. I'm going DJ Moore. I cannot recommend anything with Mac Jones, and I know it sucks because I love BTJ.
Listen, this is one of the most advantageous matchups for a wide receiver. DJ Moore has not done it. It's a three-headed monster. I have to lean BTJ here just because like it's a great matchup for a wide receiver, and Mac Jones is an NFL quarterback. Yeah. So like with that being said, I have to lean BTJ here because DJ Moore has done nothing against really, really good matchups, and he doesn't have an excellent matchup this week.
But is Jair officially in or out? Do we know that yet?
Regardless if he's in or not, it's like that secondary is still one of the best in the NFL with or without Jair Alexander, whereas like the Lions secondary is easily the worst, if not one of the worst.
I know, God, it's just Mac freaking Jones.
I know. It's trust me, as a former, as a former, he used to be a Patriot, right? Because I'm a diehard Patriots fan. He used to be a Patriot. I understand the frustration that Mac Jones presents, but like I'm not ignoring the numbers. I'm not.
Okay, I mean, he can still see the volume. For me, Mac Jones is tough for me, but I'll say he's okay. I like them both. Put it that way. EB says Kraft, Taysom Hill, Knox, or Hunter Henry. Dude, I like Knox a ton, man. If the question for me this week is going to be like Knox or like even tight ends that are like not elite, I'm probably going to go Dawson Knox, guys. You like Dawson Knox that much as well?
Yeah. Also, breaking news: left tackle Teron Armstead for the Miami Dolphins is going to miss today and the rest of the season. So, your Miami Dolphins, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying people in general. The Miami Dolphins stuff, A-Chain, all that. It's not good. It's not looking good at all because he was their only good offensive lineman they had. So yeah, that's tough sledding. That's the blind side.
It is, I know, and he's got concussion coming like crazy here. They're gonna line up freaking Mad Max on the other side. Just get after him.
Mad Max travels all the time, but like it's gonna be a fucking field day for Max Crosby this week. Unless the Dolphins just run the ball and Tua doesn't throw ever, it's gonna be awful. And I really do like Zamir White more for an anytime touchdown just based on.
All right, we're gonna get these next two. Then we'll hop into the next game here. Packer says Purcell, Elijah Moore, Juju. I'm going Purcell, especially with Kittle out. I think he's gonna have a bigger game than Elijah Moore when you have Tillman. You can't start both those, and Juju no way.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Frank, dude, I'm going Tillman here. I really don't like London versus PS2. I think Tillman's going to see massive volume in this game. I think one of the locks I like is his 4.5 receptions as well.
Yeah, I'm going London here. Player studs.
Player stud. I mean, Tillman's not a stud yet.
No, definitely not.
Okay. 5 gifted from BDE, my guy, gifting it to the roll. Great one there, Bobby. I don't know who else only showed me 2. So let's move on to our next game here. And if you guys have questions about any of the picks we made already, if you guys are late into the stream here, we'll get back to them if you guys want. We're going to move on to the Jets at the Colts here. Or sorry, the Colts at the Jets. New York Jets minus 3.5, 43.5 over. Now, I really do love Breece Hall's rushing in this game. I think this is the advantageous matchup. I think they've kind of phased out Braylon Allen a little bit. And I think Breece Hall, they're going to have to lean on the run game here to save their season and keep their hopes alive. What do you like from this game?
I'm going to go with Anthony Richardson over 13.5 for his longest rush.
Because they give up a lot of rushing? Okay.
No, just because Anthony Richardson's good for a longest rush pretty much every game. And I'll tell you exactly the situation you usually find it in. Close game down the stretch, their last drive, he's going to run for like 25 yards.
Oh, I like that. I mean,
he does it every game he starts. It's pretty insane. So Breece Hall's just changed to 71.5. I still like the over.
Okay. I think Breece has a monster game here, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, it's one of the most advantageous matchup on the week as well. So
it is. Colby says, appreciate it. World Take says, good morning, Sleeves. Need advice, fire away. Start 2 wide receivers, full PPR, London, Dell, or Waddle. Oh, man. Dell with Nico Collins back. Waddle in a situation with the Raiders are not bad versus the pass. I probably got to recommend London, although he gets PS2. And I'd probably go tank Dell for the home run. I really don't trust Waddle versus the Raiders in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go say the same thing. That the Toronto Armstead news just changes everything for Waddle for me.
That's a big lose in your left tackle for sure.
Yeah.
He also says ETN, Addison, or Waddle. I would probably go ETN. You're probably going to get the best floor play there. Addison has a very tough matchup. Again, Waddle's missing the left tackle. I mean, I think Tyreek Hill still has a big game. I think he's going to have his Tyreek Hill game finally here, hopefully. So I'd recommend ETN here on this one just to get the points. Do you like Addison or Waddle at all?
I mean, Addison's great for ceiling play. Same with Waddle, but like ETN's as safe as it gets because they're going to have to run a lot.
Yeah. Juan says trade Bowers for Jaden Reed. No. Depends on who your tight end is, man, because that's kind of heavy to give away the top possible tight end by the end of the year because Kittle's out this week. So Bowers will be back to tight end 1 next week. He's like 8 points behind him on the season.
Like realistically, Jaden Reed's absolutely spectacular, but he's great for best ball because you can't project when he's going to splash. He's still not getting the vast majority of the snaps when both Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs are healthy, whereas Brock Bowers is on all the time. And Michael Mayer being healthy actually makes Brock Bowers way better because that's just one less person to worry about in terms of having to force Brock. Like if Brock Bowers doesn't have to be an inline blocker, he is going to be more free in the slot and get more usage in the slot, which just opens up a world of opportunities, especially out wide as well, because they don't really have a wide receiver too. So Michael Mayer coming back, it makes me even double down more on Michael Mayer or on Brock Bowers.
But how about when you look at this? Jaden Reed from week 14 to 17, which is your playoff stretch, gets Detroit, Seattle, New Orleans, Minnesota. All plus matchups for Jaden Reed down the stretch.
Yeah.
So
trust me, I get it, but like it could be Christian Watson, it could be Romeo Doubs. Like there are weeks where he's going to absolutely disappear. Like just because it's a great matchup for the wide receivers doesn't mean he's going to be absolutely spectacular. If we're talking about an outlier situation, like if you were telling me, like it's David Njoku or Jaden Reed, I'd say take Reed, right? But Brock Bowers, if we're talking about Brock Bowers and George Kittle, they have almost 40 points more than the next tight end.
Yeah, no, it's
like
crazy.
The separation at that tier to make them stand out as outliers is exponential. You can't neglect it. He's a better tight end than all the tight ends, and he's a better flex play than 70 to 80% of all the other options. So yeah, I'm keeping Bowers for sure.
I mean, if you had, I'd put it like if you had, say it's like a 10-man league and he has, Pitts or he has Hawkinson or he has, one of the top tight ends and you have 2 of them and you need a wide receiver, I'd be okay with it, maybe, but I still love Bowers.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see his lineup, but like, there's not very many scenarios where I'd be like, yeah, smash that trade.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. If he has a good tight end behind it, maybe, and you need the wide receiver, maybe. But there's no way I'm trading Bowers for Reed. Bandit Lock says the Bandit play is the Brees Rusher. If you guys not checked out Bandit Locks on X, he will be in here in the show in about 30 minutes as well. Smash my guy a follow, drops great picks, even NBA ones as well. My guy's on top of it.
Major vouch, love that guy.
Major vouch. Fang says, with the left tackle news, bench Tua, waiver options, Rodgers, Stafford, Geno. I would probably go Geno over Tua.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think all three quarterbacks are way better options than Tua right now. So yeah, I'm benching Tua for sure, and you're good with any of the three.
I mean, is Rodgers gonna fucking have a game here, bro? He's driving
this
nuts.
This is the best matchup he has. He has to have a game.
I mean, I want to say start Rodgers, but he looks fucking like Mike Tyson out there in the ring. He looks so slow in the pocket, he can't even move. So
it's just everything in New York is falling apart. And as a Patriots fan, I'm here for it.
I like it. Devin says, hi, everybody. Good luck today. What's up, Devin? Good luck to you, my man. Evie says, Garrett Wilson, Sutton, Mooney, Josh Downs, or Waddle. I'm going Garrett Wilson, and I think I'm going to go Downs here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Garrett Wilson and Downs as well. Like, matchup wise, Cortland Sutton makes the most sense.
It does.
Josh Downs is giving you the full ceiling. Okay, so if I'm talking about a floor play, Garrett Wilson and Sutton. If I'm talking about shooting for the ceilings, Garrett Wilson and Josh Downs. So whichever one you need, go for that.
I would say it like that as well. If you have a matchup where you think you have them, EB, and you got a little advantage, I'd play the Wilson Sutton. If you have a matchup where you look like you need to hit a ceiling play, I'd go for Downs. What's up, Moises? He says standard scoring, starting 3 wide receivers. So we got to go for touchdown upside. Higgins, Dell, Adams, Myers. I'm definitely starting Devontae Adams. I'm definitely starting Jacoby Myers. And between Higgins and Dell in standard,
I'm sitting Higgins.
Yeah.
I have to see. I have to see it from him.
I'm going to agree with that and let's go with Tank Dell. Even though the Texans could just game script the Cowboys out of the game, it could be really ugly on what a terrible. I can't believe they didn't flex the Sunday Night Football game. Honestly, they should have put like Steelers or something like that to make it just a better game. But fantasy football propaganda. Shout out to you, my guy. How we doing? Make sure you guys smash my guy a follow.
What's up, Jake? Man, the best.
Huh?
And I'm talking about the best charts in the business. And I'm a guy who makes his own charts. And this guy puts my charts to shame. The best charts in the business. Shout out to Jake.
I like it. He says, dude, this one's tough. James Cook or Shakir? I like Shakir a lot this week, man. But James Cook is too hard to sit for me.
Yeah, he's my guy. 9+ touchdowns so far in the year. Let's go.
Mike Tyson, dude, that fight, man. I don't even want to talk about that. That was so terrible. Man Ball Dog says Jalen Warner estimate. That's estimate for me easy. I don't trust Jalen Warner with the injury. I don't like the matchup. I mean, it's gonna be. I know it's cold. You're probably gonna get more nausea than you see of Jalen Warren in this game, honestly.
Yeah, you're probably gonna see more Cordell Patterson than you're gonna see Jalen Warren because Arthur Smith is a piece of shit.
Ooh, I like that call. Frank says, "What's crack-a-lack-a-lackin'? What do you think? Anytime TD, A-King, Gibbs, Amon-Ra. I like H-M for anytime touchdown. I always like Gibbs for anytime touchdown. The Jags are probably going to get ran out the building. So I like Montgomery as well, too. I probably like Montgomery more than I like H-N. Amon-Ra, 10 targets. Everyone's high on Amon-Ra. I think it's going to be less because the Jags are not going to keep up. That's all.
It's going to be a blowout. So I'll tell you what. I like Amon-Ra for anytime touchdown. I actually have the highest odds for him getting the touchdown there. Instead of H-N, I'm going to go Zamir White or Alexander Madison, especially since, I anticipate it's going to be a big fucking 0 for the Finns with Teron Armstead being out. It's going to be really, really tough. Bowers, I don't see why he wouldn't get 10 targets. Pickens 70 receiving yards, I think is well within the realm of possibility. Yeah.
Amon-Ra also has 7 straight games with a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing to look at there.
Yeah.
All right. So we're caught up. We'll move on to the next game here. If you guys, again, have any questions about the picks, we're picking one each. So we're going to give you each of our best opinion here on the Drafters Fantasy Football app. And if you don't want to use code SLEAZED, you can sign up, get an extra $100 matched to any deposit you put in. And we're moving on to your boys. I'll let you take this one first here. We're going with the New England Patriots game.
It's not the Patriots. Don't disrespect me. Mac Jones plays for Jacksonville. He's not my fucking boy.
Sorry.
The best thing to ever happen to me as a New England Patriots fan was when we traded that piece of shit away to Jacksonville. Go suffer in Florida, you fucking scumbag. But, yeah.
The 2-8 Jacksonville Jaguars are -14 to the Detroit Lions, and I think I would take the -14. I'm not even gonna lie. Over-unders at 47.5. Okay, I'm gonna go with my lock in this game is gonna have to be David Montgomery or Jameer. I'm gonna go David Montgomery rushing. I think he's gonna pound through 60.5 yards with ease here because I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars are gonna keep up in this game at all.
Yeah, I'm going to go BTJ over 19.5 for his longest reception. Out of the realm of outcomes, I think Mac Jones does accidentally throw it to his team instead of the Detroit Lions at least once for a big play for BTJ. And yeah, that's what I'm going with. And I'm going less on this game than pretty much every other game because I fucking hate this game.
I don't like a lot from this game either. I can't lie. Like if I had to pick, I mean, I don't even like BTJ's 48 yards, and that seems so doable, or 49.5 against a terrible Detroit defense. But Mac Jones just hurts everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can he pass for 199? I think or 195. I think he passed for like 197 last game. Now he's got a better matchup. Let me see. Mac Jones, he threw for 111. Never mind. Absolute terrible.
Yeah, he's
Dearness Johnson. Any love there for a 14.5?
No, we gave our 2 picks. Let's go. Lock it in. Move on. We've given this game enough energy. For what it's worth, Gabe Davis did see more targets than BTJ last week.
He did.
But yeah, I still like the BTJ ability more.
God, he's killing me with Brian Thomas Jr. right now. He's so
and
good.
I think Brock Wright is also free. But like once again, the game script is so fucking weird in this game. I just don't like it.
That's why I only like the rushing because I think it's just going to be Lions just pound them.
Yeah, it's possible.
EB says Njoku. It's always Njoku. Jesus. Njoku's a smash play this week for me. Jonnu Smith, Hunter. I like Hunter Henry's matchup. I never recommend Taysom Hill. I like Jonnu Smith's matchup, but Njoku's a monster, bro.
Yep, Njoku. It's not even close.
Finnish Football Propaganda says Amon-Ra 10 targets, more like DMO 13.5 carries. I mean, 10 targets for Amon-Ra. I don't know if I like that.
I think out of all the props, Jameson Williams props makes the most sense, especially with Sam Laporta missing. He is now officially the second receiving option there too. And then like the 10.5 longest reception for Jahmyr Gibbs is fucking free as well. Like we know he's going to get that within like the first series he plays, right?
I like that at 10.5.
There's a lot of props I like for the Lions that I'm going to put in other tickets where I am not forced to add Jags.
Right. I like that. I mean, it's such a tough game for me to judge. It could be just a terrible. Like I like Jake Bates kicking points a lot too. 8.5. I don't care. It's still high. I like that. I think the Lions pound them.
I mean, like 8.5 kicking points. That means that they would need 9 touchdowns because I don't see them kicking any field goals, and I think it's doable if they were to just play their style.
Right. They can still score. They can still get it.
9 touchdowns, right?
Right. Well, I thought it was 2 points for extra point on drafters. It's not. It's 1. Hot Take City in the building. Shout out to my guy. Make sure you smash Hot Take a follow on X. My guy is on all the shows all the time. We're coming in randomly here and there. Florida is amazing. Bandit says discount on drafters. We used the Lamar Jackson when we started Bandit. What's up, Devin? Sure, he loves it. Packers 12 says Ingram. I don't like Jones or Disley.
Ingram. It's not even close.
I'm still going Evan Ingram, although I kind of like Disley this week too. He saw a lot of first reads last week.
Don't like Disley at all. Not in the slightest.
Okay, EB says Cooper, JC's and Quentin Johnston and the flex. Amari Cooper on his first game back. Is he wearing a wrist brace? I'm still going Quentin Johnston here, although I like Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, if Quentin Johnston wasn't playing
Cincinnati,
I would lean Cooper here any other week. But since he is playing Cincinnati, I'm definitely going with QJ as well.
I agree. Someone does like Matt Jones. Someone showed so much love for Matt Jones. Tillman over Jones. Which Jones are we talking about? Are we talking about Aaron Jones? I like Tillman a lot, but I don't think I like him over Aaron Jones. I know Aaron Jones kind of has a tough matchup too, but
against Tennessee, yeah, I'm going Tillman over him because like Tillman's ceiling versus Aaron Jones' ceiling is is out there, right? And I'm not playing for the floor. I'm playing for the ceiling. So I'm going Tillman.
Okay. He says 10 targets for Amon-Ra is too high. They're going to get ahead and finish it off with Montgomery. Amon-Ra is probably safer for yards, not receptions. That's what I was saying, propaganda. I don't know if I really like Amon-Ra's targets. And I love Montgomery's yards. I think Montgomery's going to absolutely get 20 points this week with ease. Chunk playoff per action. I can see that. Frank Nunes says, propaganda, it is 10 targets, Bowers, Amon-Ra, anytime TD. I do like Bowers for 10 targets. You think he covers 10 targets?
Yeah, I think he covers 10 targets, and I love the Amon-Ra Brown anytime TD call.
I like that. Mr. Magic says, Debo or London rest of the season? Oh, man.
London has one of the more favorable fantasy football playoff schedules.
Debo's a game breaker.
Debo is 100% a game breaker, and I like Debo just based off of all the things that he can do. But if I'm just talking like straight up as a wide receiver, somebody I want on my fantasy lineup, somebody who I have a lot of exposure to and a lot of investment to, even in like the first round, very late, it's Drake London. So I'm going to lean with Drake London. He's done very well by me thus far, and he's going to continue to do very well by me thus far for the rest of the season.
I mean, if you're in a good situation, either way, if that's what you're worried about. I mean, I like both of them the rest of the season, but if I had to pick one, man, it's 51-49 Debo. I don't know. That's the only way I think Debo could just pop a game at any time. Bowers 25 targets. John Doe, how we doing? Says Charger D or 49er D or grab the Saints D versus Winston. Definitely not the Charger D. The Bengals are on fire. 49er D versus Seattle is probably a better play than Saints. They got rid of Lattimore. Their team's kind of falling apart. Is there any other defenses available? I mean, I'd go 49ers, I guess. I'd probably go Saints, honestly, over 49ers and Chargers.
I'm shocked the Browns defense isn't available because that's who I'd fucking go with.
I like the Browns versus Saints, too. They were my sleeper play of the week, too, on that defensive video. I have CMC at my running back, too, Mr. Magic, this week, behind Saquon Barkley. He says, I love Bowers, do Bowers. If you drafted him right now, you are loving life. All right. We are finally here. If you guys, again, have any questions about our picks that we've already made, I can pull it back up for you. We've gone through 4 games right here. We're moving on to the 5th game, and now we're here to the right game. The New England Patriots, 3-7 at home. Foxborough taking on the LA Rams, 4.5 for the Rams, 43.5 over-under. Let me know who's going to win this game. Take it away here for the Patriots. Who do you like?
Drake May over 12.5 longest rush.
Drake May over 12.5. He covers that every single time, huh? Man, they got Kyren at 85.5. I love the rushing matchup, but not at 85. Ramondre, Cooper Kupp, Pop D.
Yeah, 32. I love his longest reception. I do.
What's it? 16.5 and 37. I like both those. I don't know. I don't want to put that as a lock yet. I like Keyshawn Boutte too. I mean, he's seen 97% snaps on the field.
Mm-hmm.
He's at 2.5 receptions. Rams give up how many receptions to the wide receiver a game? They're looking at.
So the Rams don't give up a lot of receptions. They give up a lot of receiving yards and a lot of receiving.
Only 9.8 receptions. You're right. Yeah.
So they give up chunk plays to the wide receivers. Like you're looking at almost 15 yards per reception for opposing wide receivers. And they give up the 3rd most receiving touchdowns to wide receivers as well.
I think I like that. I think what I'm going to go with here is Hunter Henry 3.5 receptions.
You got, hey buddy, you got to take a Rams.
Oh, I got to take a Ram, huh? Oh shit. Okay, my bad. Man, Cooper Kupp at 66, Nakua at 68, Kyren rushing. I think I'm going to go with Kyren Williams longest reception at 9.5.
I think you're looking at this way too hard. If you look at what the New England Patriots defense, and I could be wrong, but like I also study the fucking numbers.
I don't like his rushing yards.
Yeah, I studied the numbers harder this week than I have any other week. If we're worried about Kyron's rushing yards, which we should be, right? What stands out to me the most as a Rams outlier, and he crushes this on the weekly basis, and the Patriots allow for a heck of a lot of this production in this particular statistical category, is completions. Matthew Stafford 22.5 completions is fucking free.
Well, you also got to realize that Havenston and Noteboom are out on the offensive line, so their rushing game is shot.
he's been throwing for almost 40 passes a game with both Cup and Puka out there, and he's been completing almost 30 to 32 completions on a weekly basis. The Patriots are a top 5 advantageous matchup. Like, we're overthinking this. Just smash it.
I still like Kyron's receiving though. I do, because I think it's gonna be quick passes. I think it's gonna be get it out quick with your both tackles are out.
So how about you do it with Kyron's and I'll do it with Stafford's completions, and we'll see which one hits.
That's fine. I like that. Okay. Let's catch up here. How do you think CMC will do? I have him as RB2. We covered that. Someone is trying to give me Jahmyr Gibbs for Neighbors. You smashed that. Neighbors down the stretch is not even close to the value of Jahmyr Gibbs. EB, that should be instant.
I don't even care if it's tight end premium, and I know it makes no sense. I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah. Falcons D is also available. Dude, all those Ds are tough. I really don't like. I'd probably roll the Cleveland Browns or the Saints in that one. Honestly,
he doesn't have the Browns as an option, but I'd roll with the Falcons.
Falcons,
over the other options.
Yeah,
they're due for a get right game, right? Raheem Morris is a very prideful, defensive minded coach. And their defense got absolutely fucking walloped last week by the Saints. And they got 5 superstars on defense. Somebody's going to have to fucking step up. So I like them to take the ball away a heck of a lot.
Is it time to fire someone for the defensive coordinator in Atlanta? They have too many freaking stars on
paper. Well, no, because the defensive coordinator is hand chosen by the offensive, by the head coach, who is a defensive mind. Like, he's running the head coach's scheme. So Raheem Morris is going to be more hands-on with the defense because that's what they brought him in for. And like to get walloped by a divisional rival that you should absolutely destroy, absolutely destroy. It's embarrassing. So like I'm not saying that like I hate the Broncos and that Bo Nix, because Bo Nix has been outstanding and the Broncos have been absolutely phenomenal. Well, like
Bo Nix
probably Sean Payton's probably my second favorite for coach of the year behind Dan Quinn, because what Dan Quinn's done in Washington's been absolutely
100%.
But with that being said, like, that team is way too talented to put up duds like that in advantageous matchups. And I really like Atlanta's defense to fucking just go nuclear today. And if I'm wrong, I apologize, but your other options suck camel dick.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, God, they're so good on paper, but they've been terrible. I got to go with, I'll ride that off the loss. I think that big loss is going to wake up their defense. I like that call.
Thank you.
Fantasy football propaganda says May or Cousins. This is May easy for me. I do not like Cousins versus Denver. Denver's so good versus the quarterback, so good versus the wide receiver. I think you're going to agree with that. May's rushing upside is makes it a lot better there. You going Drake May or Kirk Cousins?
I'm going to go May.
He's going May as well. Is it safe to drop Downs? No, I would not drop Downs unless you're like an 8 to 10 man league. Magic. What's up, CJ? He says Shakir, Dell, Myers, BTJ. I love Shakir a ton this week, bro. The Chiefs funnel passes to the slot. I think Shakir is in for a monster game, by the way.
I'm going Dell.
He likes Tank Dell there.
I think Nico Collins coming back actually unlocks Dell. Yeah, because he's not facing double coverage, and that just means he's going to be free in one-on-one coverage, and that's where he absolutely dominates. And
Deron Bland didn't make it back to this game either, so the Cowboys are just fucking done.
Yep.
CJ says Tank Dell, Juan Jennings, Tillman. I'm going Juan Jennings and Tillman here with Kittle out. I love Juan Jennings and Tillman seeing so much volume. I'd probably put, I mean, you like Tank Dell over Juan or Tillman or Myers?
I mean, like the only person so I'd go Tank Dell and Juan here. He says
over Tillman?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'd go Tillman and Juan. He'd go Tank Dell and Tillman. Hot Take City with a $4.99 super chat. My guy, absolute GOAT, brother. Thank you so much. He's also asking, is Christian Gonzalez going to be on Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua? And Christian Gonzalez, either way, he was elite coming into the season. Like, I had him as a top corner. He's been getting toasted. So, I mean, I don't even think he really is in a situation to matter who he's covering anymore.
Yeah, so the Patriots play zone defense over 50% of the time, so he's not going to really travel. He'll be the field side corner. And if we're talking about players who motion more than anybody,
everybody, they're all over the place.
Just to look at reads, I'm not concerned about him covering or shutting either one of them down. I like both of the receptions a heck of a lot.
Yeah, I do as well. Frank says Eliminator, Superflex, or San Francisco over Seattle, Miami over Las Vegas, or I'm taking Miami over Las Vegas.
I'm not. I'm taking San Fran over Seattle.
I like them both. I would take San Fran as well.
Yeah.
Even though you said Seattle's going to beat us, now you're switching it up. Okay.
Well, like the center information is very crucial, right? As a former high level offensive lineman, I have to concede that like I called it way too early. The center being out is going to change. Like I think I think Geno Smith is going to get sacked maybe 8 to 14 times. Like it's going to be fucking ugly. San Francisco defense is a must start.
Oh, I like that. Oh, so if we're going back to that defensive question, San Francisco was on there.
Oh, okay, then smash San Francisco 100% easily.
So San Fran over the Falcons. If you're still in here, let's go back up. I forgot what his name was.
I think it was Frank.
Was it Frank?
It might have been.
Yeah, it is Frank. Yeah, I'm going San Fran. I do like that call with the center gun. EB says Mooney or Josh Downs. I'm going Josh Downs. I don't know if I like Mooney in this game as much as other people do. I know he's been the silent assassin of fantasy football.
I love Darnell Mooney in this matchup. I really do, but the Achilles injury is very concerning. I'd rather say like Ray McLeod is my number one tertiary play this week at wide receiver. I'm going to lean Josh Downs just because I'm very concerned about the Achilles.
Well, man, I know you have PS2 on Drake, but Denver as a whole, their weakness is across the middle, and that's not where Mooney lives. So
Mooney does have a couple chunk plays there. Like he can. He can, but yeah.
Kyler, yes. Kyler over JD5. Mr. Magic, Kyler has such a good schedule coming ahead. I want Kyler. I want Marvin Harrison. I want it all. He's going to say JD5. I'm going to take Kyler all day. He says Tank Dell, Pittman, or Purcell. I'm going to go with Tank Dell here. I don't know if I like Pittman. I do like Purcell a little bit with Kittle out, but I'm still going to go with Tank Dell for the ceiling plan on Sunday Night Football. Frank says drop Stafford for the Bucks D. I love the Bucks D. The rest of the way their schedule is amazing. If you have Jordan Love, yeah, you're fine. But I don't like Jordan Love that much this week for Chicago. I can't lie. I mean, who are you starting? Jordan Love this week? Are you comfortable at like 6-4, 7-3? That's
I think that offense, when Jordan Love is healthy, I don't give a shit who the defense is. They travel well and they're going to put up a heck of a lot of numbers.
Bears Packers is just a grunge game, though. Always.
I'm very confident with Jordan Love being a top 5 quarterback this week and every other week moving forward, as long as his scoring is good.
Got you. Bandit, check your Twitter right now. I'm going to shoot it at you, bro. Hang on. All right. So we're through that game. We're going with 12.5 longest rush for Drake May, 22.5 for Stafford. I like the 14.5 or 9.5 longest for Kyren. So I'm going to put that up there as well. The next game we're going to head into here is, the ugly game, Raiders, Dolphins.
Zamir White over 19.5 rushing yards, sir.
Lock it in.
Lock it the fuck in.
Raiders 2-7, Dolphins 3-6, Miami 7.5 favorites, 43.5 over under. I don't know if oh man, that's all rough to me. Let me shoot Bandit this real quick.
Gardner Minshew has a prop for over 0.5 interceptions thrown. That's crazy.
The link's in there, Bandit. Gardner Minshew does?
Yeah, his props there.
So you like Zamir White over 19.5 rush yards.
Yeah, okay. Feel free, Chad, if you guys are new, feel free to ignore, because I'm a fucking genius. I know my shit. And I'm also super modest. I got the award for the most modest person on the planet. It was me and Donald Trump, and I beat him, right? I'm more modest than Trump. Shout out to Donald Trump. We love him. Ignore me when I talk about Zamir White. Chat, you guys need to know I have a lot of investment, and I'm in denial about Zamir White. So when I talk about Zamir White, that's the only time you need to ignore me. Everything else, though, I'm not perfect. Zamir White is my only fault as a human being and as a fantasy football content creator. Zamir White, only bad call. Swear to God.
It's gotta, dude. I feel like off the buy, it's gonna be him, right?
I'm in 19.5 is just fucking free to me, and if it doesn't happen, it's not shame on me. Right? It's not, because I made the investment. I made the right call. I was logical, and they got rid of the stupid offensive coordinator. They had a bye week. He should be healthy. Alexander Madison's getting phased out. Abdullah had more snaps than Madison last week. So, or not last week, the week before. So let's go. I'm riding with it, man.
Fucking Zeus time. Light him up. Bandit Locks in the building. What's up, my guy? How we doing, brother?
What's up?
So for me in this game, I'll let you throw a lock in here too if you want, Bandit. I have 2 in this game that I absolutely love, and you already took a Raider, so I'm gonna double it up here. I love Brock Bowers over 5.5 receptions. I think that's absolutely fucking free. I think he sees 12 to 13 targets in this game, and I also love Devon Achane, even with Teron Armstead out at left tackle, to go for 63.5 rushing yards because he hasn't popped one. He keeps getting 15, 14-yard chunk plays, and he just can't get past that last safety because the blocking is terrible. I feel like he explodes for a big one this game and has a monster rushing game here.
I'm very tempted to add the under on Tua's pass and rushing yards, but I'm good with these 3. So let's put it in.
I like it. Bandit, you got anything from this game you like that we didn't cover?
I like Achane rush yards. That's it. I think Zamir White's very doable, though. He had a week to get healthy, so I actually do like that.
The 19.5?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Okay, let's catch up with chat here. Bijan receiving yards is another one. We'll get to that in a second. Flowers or Tillman, man, I like Tillman a lot. I really do. Zay's a huge upside play. I know Disco's going to go with that. I mean, you're in a tough matchup, though. So how much is Porter Jr. going to shadow Zay Flowers, right?
Not much.
He didn't do it last game, and he got crushed by it, though.
It's going to be cover 3 high zone. That's what they play the vast majority. I'm leaning Zay Flowers. Yes, Tillman has an excellent matchup, but he's also had one good week, one bad week, and a bye week. And Jameis Winston has had one good week against the Baltimore Ravens, one terrible week, and a bye week. So I'm going to bet on the more sure-handed guy in a very, very, very big game, like one of the games of the week. I mean, we've been blessed with some really good matchups this week. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Zay Flowers. Just floor upside. We know more reliable. If it's Tillman, shame on me, but I'm going with Zay Flowers. He's been spectacular all year, and he's not going to stop. Like last week against the.
I mean, if you look at Denver, when Patrick Surtain didn't cover him, he crushed him.
Yeah, but it's not just that. Last week he had like 6 receptions and 80 yards called back against.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Cincinnati. It's not like he wasn't eating. It's just the refs. We're in on it. So like the fix was in. Shit happens. Moving on.
I agree. Steeler Nation says Knox or Henry. I really love Knox this week, but Henry has a great matchup too. But I would go Knox. The Chiefs really struggle versus the tight end, bro. They're dead last in yards per game, points per game, chunk plays giving up. They just haven't given up a lot of touchdowns lately, but still Knox is going to be.
I'm going to go Hunter Henry over Dawson Knox.
Woo! That's bold. I like it. Jackson says Ricky or Rome, and Kraft or Taysom. I like Ricky probably over Rome just because I don't know how the target share is going to go. You got a new OC out there. Tough matchup versus Green Bay. I don't know if Jair is out there. If you guys know if Jair is in or out, drop that in chat for me with the update. I haven't checked my phone. And I'm definitely going Kraft over Taysom. I never recommend Taysom ever. It's too much of a gamble for me. Who do you guys like there, Ricky or Rome?
I'm going with Ricky, and I'm going with Kraft.
Yeah, Ricky and Kraft. Yep. I think we're all going to drop Ricky and Kraft on that one, Jackson. D-Hop going to be good for the playoffs. Dude, when you have Patrick Mahomes and D-Hop, people are like panic off one bad game. It's going to get better and better and better. D-Hop is too good. I love him. Hot Take City says, what's up, Bandit? EB says, Waddle, Worthy, Christian Watson, and Mike Williams need 2 full PPR. I'm definitely Waddle, Worthy, Christian Watson, and Mike Williams need 2. Who would you guys go with here? I'm probably going to go Worthy, and I'm probably going to go Waddle.
I'm going Worthy and Watson.
Worthy and Watson. I'm going Worthy and Waddle. What do you like, Bandit? I mean, Mike Williams has a great matchup.
I'm going Waddle and Watson.
Waddle and Watson? Okay.
Yeah, I don't like Worthy.
Neither do I, but
or Mike Williams.
He's due for one.
Jair's in, by the way.
Jair's in? Oh, okay. Yeah. So that even hurts more. Warren or Esme? That's Esme. We covered that one easy. Warren, I don't trust it all this week. Deontay revenge game. Oh,
fuck.
They said he's going to get more involved. I still don't trust it. I mean, I definitely can't recommend.
I mean, he has to get more involved. He's playing like 20% of snaps the first 2 games. So he's had a couple weeks now. Hopefully he'll be in the offense.
Mr. Magic says, give me everyone's number 1 at each position. I'll let you guys take that away. Who's your number 1 at every position, Disco?
Either Russ or Lamar Jackson at QB1. RB1 was either Saquon or Breece Hall. Wide receiver 1 is Deebo Samuel, and it's not even close. Tight end 1 on the week is going to be Mark Andrews.
Ooh, okay. Who you going with, Bennett?
Yeah, I had Lamar at QB1 too. I had Barkley at RB1. He already played.
Right,
Wide receiver 1, I like Debo. I think I'm going to go Jamar Chase, though, with Higgins back. And tight end, I'm going Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers? Okay. I am going to definitely go with tight end 1. I'm going to go with David Njoku. I like the matchup versus the Saints. My running back 1 was already Saquon Barkley. My running back 2 behind him was CMC. Quarterback 1, it's hard not to trust Lamar Jackson, but the Pittsburgh matchup, I just don't like it.
I think Josh Allen could be QB1 too.
I am going to go with my QB1 is Justin Herbert on the week, guys, versus Cincinnati Bengals or Russell Wilson. I love them both. They're both smash plays. And my wide receiver 1, if I had to pick, it seems like Jamar Chase, but I feel like it's going to be Nico Collins week, bro. I think Nico Collins is going to thrash the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football in his first game back. I have my wide receiver 2 and 1, both of them. So
I just don't think he's going to play enough.
You don't think he's going to play enough? I mean, yeah, they could also rest him if they get a big lead.
Yeah.
Frank says, how do you feel about Juju? I feel him and Hopkins play different positions and Worthy is garbage. I don't ever want to say start Juju. That's for sure. Here you go. Disco Tingley says Pop Douglas or Evan Ingram PPR. Who?
Douglas.
Pop D. I like Pop D too. I don't like.
I agree.
I'm really staying away from the Jags, man.
Pop Douglas is the top 15 wide receiver for me this week.
You going for the chunk play TD this week? It's happening.
I'm going for several chunk play TDs.
Eric says Taysom, Muth, or Komet rest of the season. Oh my God, it's got to be Freiermuth, right? Even though it's ugly. I mean, I don't like Komet.
Yeah,
You like Komet in a 4-man rotation over Muth?
Yeah, because the rookie quarterback still needs his checkdowns, and he's not hitting his wide receivers, and he's still getting targeted. So.
He's not hitting shit.
For sure. But like, if he's going to hit anything, it's going to be that. Like, it's tough to project because like the tight end matchups for Muth are not very good. Taysom Hill's a guy who like is good for 1 or 2 spike weeks, and then he fucking disappears rest of the season. So he's a good best ball guy, especially if he's a round 20 pick. But yeah, man, it's not happening.
It's close. I don't like either one of them, to be honest, but it's close.
Yeah.
Mr. Maddox says Taysom, Gesicki, Hudson, or Wright tonight. I'd probably go Gesicki.
Yeah.
As a who you leaving there? Disco Wright, possibly.
Jalen Wright,
Taysom, Brock Wright. He's a tight ends.
Oh, Brock. Yeah, I'm gonna go Brock Wright then because
yeah.
Fuck.
I would go
Gesicki,
Brock Wright. I don't trust Taysom. He could have a big game. I know he's just such a boomer bust. It's tough. What's up, Charlie? He says, got James Cook on a bye next week. Should I drop Mostert for Tyjae Spears? Mostert can be dropped at this point. I mean, he saw 1 carry last week. Jalen Wright's taking the backup role from him, it looks like. And I don't know why they paid him $10 million not to use him. I can't explain that to you, but it's not being used the same. He's not getting the outside zone runs he got last year. He got phased out of goal line work last week. I don't trust Mostert at all anymore. EB says Braylon Allen, Jalen Warren, Mostert, Algier, Justice Hill, or Cam Akers need one. I'm gonna go with Jalen Warren just because I think he's gonna see the most production.
I think Justice Hill is going to get a lot of utilization, especially in PPR format. If you look at the matchup, how it's going to break down, I think Derrick Henry is going to have a lot of usage and still find himself in the end zone. But we're going to see a lot of, even with Keaton Mitchell, we're going to see a lot of second and long and third and longs, and that's where Justice Hill really eats and is absolutely spectacular. I have him projected for 14 fantasy points PPR format this week.
Woo! Who do you like there, Bennett?
I'm gonna go Jalen Warren also.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the safe play. The rest just seem risky to me. But I mean, I could see Justice Hill popping, but Keaton Mitchell kind of scares me as well.
I could see Braylon Allen having a good game also.
Possibly
he's just not getting enough snaps. Yeah, it's to play him.
I agree. Fantasy Woe says Drake Leonard or Kenneth Walker. That's Kenneth Walker. Easy, bro. He averages 20 points a game when DK Metcalf is back out there. You're definitely not benching Kenneth Walker ever. James SEO in the building. Shout out to my guy. How we doing, James? Welcome back. What's good? What's good? What's good? Look at these beautiful studs, beautiful minds, always working hard, always on point. Beautiful voices, music to my ears, completes every Sunday. Let me hear your locks, James. Drop them in there for me.
Okay, can I just say that this is one of the most beautiful, one of the most thoughtful, one of the funniest, and one of the greatest fantasy minds in the industry. And he's just a good person, like all around great person. That 24-hour fundraiser that we did would not have been possible without James Saw, James, I love you. I miss you. I'm glad that you're back, buddy. Welcome back. I know you've been busy with work, but yeah, man. Generally smiling ear to ear. That's awesome to see that you're back.
I can't wait to meet everyone at the Expo next year, man.
I can't wait either.
So we're caught up with chat. We're moving on to the Minnesota-Tennessee game. I'm gonna go with any locks I like from this game. My lock that I like is Will Levis rushing yards.
I don't like it anymore. I like his longest rush more. I got his rushing yards at 13.5. 19.5 is a little inflated. I'd rather take his longest rush, but if you like his rushing yards, sure, I'll go with it.
So I look at it like this. Minnesota blitz is at a 60% freaking rate. So the more they send out the edge, he's going to pop up. You know, he doesn't see his reads very quick. He's Will Levis. He's not great, but he had an okay game last week. Wasn't bad, but he still rushed for 41 yards.
Yeah, I'm not like it was my absolute lock for this game. I liked it at 13.5. 19.5 is rich, but if you're still confident with it, I'll take it.
I'm still confident with 19.5.
Okay.
Who do you like here in this game? Disco.
I'm going to take the 2.5 receptions for Tony Pollard.
2.5 receptions for Tony Pollard. Okay, Bandit, what do you like?
Nothing.
You got to pick one.
I will say
Calvin Ridley receiving yards.
We have two Titans already. We need one Viking.
Okay, I like Jordan Addison's longest reception at 17.5, and I obviously like Justin Jefferson's longest reception at 25.5, especially if Snead is like if he's out, right? He's either out or really banged up. So both work well for me. So I would actually just pass on the I'm gonna take the I'm not gonna bet on the Pollard pick, and I'm just gonna go with Levis rushing yards and JJ longest reception here because I think they're both really sound bets.
Okay, I like that. I'm with that. So that's our lockups from that game right there. Are Will Levis rushing yards. It is Justin Jefferson longest, and we like Tony Pollard at 2.5 receptions as well. Kobe in the Catalogue says, "What's up, James?" He's been MIA. He's been grinding. He's finally back in the chat. It's always good to see James, man. I love James. Shout out to you. Everything you do behind the fantasy football scene is amazing, man. All right. So Falcons, Denver, take it away, Disco. What do you like from this game?
One of my favorite props, but I have a lot of tickets, is the longest rush for Bonix, but I'm not going to take that. I'm going to take the longest reception for Cortland Sutton at 22.5. It's ugly. I don't love him, but statistically it makes the most sense. I also love the longest reception for Ray McLeod at 14.5. So I got 2 for this game.
So longest reception for Ray and longest, where's 14.5? Okay. And what was Cortland Sutton at 22?
Yeah.
Okay. That's risky. Bandit, what do you like from this one?
Yeah, Bijan receiving yards. So Kareem Hunt just had 65 receiving yards. Samaje Perine also had 37. They're allowing the 4th most receiving yards to running back, and they're 32nd versus the long reception to running backs too. So,
okay, I like that. Man, I just hope the game stays close enough. That's the only scary part.
I think it will.
What'd you say here, Bandit? What'd you take?
Bijan receiving yards.
Bijan receiving yards.
Okay.
So I like Kyle Pitts everything in this game. I like his longest. I like his yards. I like him to smash in this game. Denver really struggles versus the tight end. They allow the 4th most receptions across the middle in the NFL all season long. This is where they struggle. They're going to have PS2 on Drake London. I think Kyle Pitts is going to be the number 1 wide receiver in this game for the Falcons, and I think he absolutely smashes this week. He's one of my favorite locks of the week for Kyle Pitts.
Okay, so what I'll do then is I'll take off Cortland Sutton because we got 3 Falcons, and I'll put on the 19.5 completions for Bonix.
19.5 completions, okay.
Yeah.
Not the longest rush?
I have a lot of tickets with the longest rush, and he didn't hit it for me last week.
I'm gonna put the longest rush on mine. I like that one more. I think that's really doable. No one likes Estime's yards. No love for 55 yards for Estime.
It's not a lock.
I mean, he's gonna see a lot of work. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No love for Mooney. I don't like Mooney. I don't like Troy Franklin. I mean, Troy Franklin 11.5 could be done in one play. Young Hoku is struggling. I think I'm going to lock in the card of these 3. I'm going to keep that one. Let's get to a chat here. Frank says, made my bet Zamir over 20 rush yards. Breece Hall, 5 receptions. Kamara, 5 receptions. Winston, 2 passing TDs. JJ, 80 receiving yards. I like all those. The 2 passing TDs, though, is risky with Winston. They really give up a lot of rushing touchdowns in New Orleans. So that'd be the only one I really don't kind of like there. Bryce says, fellas, London or Reed PPR? Oh, London. We lost Bandit. London or Reed? Who do you like there? Woo! I'm
gonna go Reed.
I'm gonna go Jaden Reed with PS2 on London as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough for him. And he says London or JC's in the other league. I'm probably gonna go London. That way you have one London out of 2 leagues. You know, in case he hits and you give a wrong answer, you know, I'd take that in that situation. Javonte is no longer should be on your roster at all, Bryce. Just a heads up, he is droppable 100%. He's been droppable since week 1.
You should hold on.
Kidding. Kyren or K9 rest of the season. Dude, Kyren's schedule is gold. I love both these running backs. I mean, you can't trade anymore. The trade deadlines are over unless you're in Dynasty. So, I mean, if I'm looking at Kyren Williams' schedule, they have the second most advantageous matchup heading forward. If I'm looking at Kenneth Walker, they have 1-2 tough matchups heading down the stretch. I'd probably lean Kyren Williams by a little bit. James says, sorry, Miss Disco. Work volleyball season was in Kingston Thursday to yesterday for our daughter, in Toronto today for our son's tournament. He's everywhere. Reset the PC. Bandit, you still got the link. Peanut butter jelly in the house. What is good, brother? Bone says, Drake London, Zay Flowers, or Devontae Adams in standard. I like Devontae Adams to score this week. I like Devontae Adams to have a big week versus the Colts, especially in standard.
I'm gonna go with Zay Flowers, then Devontae, just because Devontae is coming off of an illness and a wrist injury, but he is one of my favorites to score a touchdown in that game. So standard format, you're not wrong with Devontae. I like him as well.
He's one of my favorite anytime TDs. George Kittle is out, guys. George Kittle unlikely to play was the update this morning, but I mean, with unlikely, I'm not going to say he's out. I'm just going to say he's unlikely because
he's more doubtful than questionable, and I'm gonna side with the fact that he's more doubtful than questionable. Teams don't like to fuck around with the hamstring. The hamstring is a scary injury, and like it's not just this week that we got to worry about with Kittle, especially if the hamstring is going to put him out. So make your preparations.
Mixon or Gibbs rest of the season.
Gibbs.
I love both these as well. I mean, I'd probably lean Gibbs just because Gibbs is probably my favorite running back, but Mixon's going to see more volume than him with Monty. So Gibbs is still a game breaker.
I think Mixon has an easier schedule. Gibbs has more explosive, like breaking fantasy football ability, and Montgomery has a lot of injury risk and volatility. So I'm leaning Gibbs just for the ceiling once again. But I love Mixon.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, they're both amazing. Good problems to have. The Smitty says 4-6 need to win out for the playoffs. 2 QB league superflex, May or Stafford.
Who's your other quarterback?
They're about 50-50. Ramondre, Chase. I'm going Chase Brown and Monty for sure. I like Chase Brown a lot this week. Monty's going for 20 points this week. I think Monty's an absolute lock.
Yeah. So
Ramondre has a good matchup too. I agree, but I still like Chase Brown.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Drake May, Chase Brown, and Monty.
I'm going Drake May, Ramondre, and Monty.
Okay, you like Ramondre over Chase Brown?
Yeah, trust me, man. Once again, I was one of the biggest Chase Brown truthers. I still am. I just don't like the matchup this week.
Okay, I mean, I could see that. He had a tough matchup last week and dominated still. So I mean, he saw every freaking touch
for sure. But T. Higgins was also out.
That's true. That's true. I don't think T. Higgins gonna fuck T. Higgins, but whatever on him. All right, we'll catch up here in a second. We want to get through all these Sunday nights or late slate here. 49ers at Seattle. My absolute lock of this game, and I think we're going to crush them this game. I really do. But my absolute lock is going to be, man, I was going to go with Debo. It's got to be anything Debo. I mean, 62.5 receiving yards for Debo or longest reception at 23.5. I'm going to go with the longest reception for Debo as my lock. He always hits a home run versus Seattle, and he kills them every single time. He averages like 20 points on his career versus Seattle.
I'm going to go over the longest reception for Tyler Lockett, over the longest reception for Jackson Smith and Jigba, and over the longest reception for DK Metcalf, and pair it with your Debo prop there.
Wow. Okay, I'll lock this in. All right, where's DK at? Oh, 23.5 for DK, 19. Lockett too?
Yeah.
They're all going to hit bombs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll lock it in. I'll go for a 5 bomb on this one. We'll go for a 50 piece.
All right, I got one more, and then I gotta go. I gotta go visit my dad at the cemetery before kickoff.
Go ahead. Fire away. What do you got?
Yeah. No, just one more game, one more.
We'll go through. All right. So I'll let you lead off the next game here. Let's see here. Let's scroll down here. Who was below the Niners? So below the Niners. Oh, my shit's frozen.
Buffalo and Casey.
Buffalo, KC. Who do you like as a lock from this game?
I'm going to say Xavier Worthy over his longest reception. I got a 13.5. It's currently a 14.5. I still like it.
He rides Xavier Worthy everywhere, guys. Yeah. I don't think I like Xavier Worthy.
Dawson Knox, 29.5 receiving yards. Longest reception, 15.5. Also, both really, really nice.
I like Dawson Knox receiving yards as my lock. He got 40 yards in half
10.5 longest for James Cook is sweet. You taking Dawson Knox receiving?
Dawson Knox receiving yards 29.5 is my lock. And then if I had to pick a chief from this game, I really like Travis Kelce 63.5.
You're not touching the Worthy one? We're just not building this together. You're just
I'll rock it. I don't fuck he sucks. Kareem Hunt's rushing looks appealing. His receiving yards look appealing. He just balled out in receiving yards last game. Buffalo's good versus the running back receiving though. I'd probably go James
Cook.
Cook.
Advantageous matchup for running backs when it comes to receiving yardage. So I think your thought process is very well thought out.
With Hunt?
Yeah. The Bills give up the most receptions and receiving yards to running backs when it comes to
I'm going to go with the 15.5 receiving yards for Hunt, and we'll take the longest with Worthy, and I'll go with my Dawson Knox over 29.5.
Bet. Sleeves, it's always a pleasure, brother. I appreciate you. I love you. Good luck. Once again, man, I'm really proud of you and all the success that you found. Shout out to Bandit Locks. Shout out to this entire community, guys. I hate to cut early. I'll see you tomorrow for your Monday Night Football show, all right?
Got you. Make sure you guys smash a follow on Big Draft Energy's YouTube and his Twitter, guys. Always on the show. Amazing. Bandit's back in.
Yeah, my PC's going bananas.
You're good. Peanut Butter Jelly says, we're going with Jacoby, Dell, or Tillman. I like Tillman a ton this week, man.
Gotta go Tillman.
I'm really high on Tillman. Anthony Egg Inc. What's up, my man? He says, Shakir, Dowdle, Purcell, Waddle, or Jameson and PPR. I like Shakir a ton. I think Shakir's going to absolutely eat. Casey's like one of the worst versus slot. I think the 31st versus slot, giving up receptions, yards, everything. So I'm really high on Shakir this week. Jameson, more of a boomer bust versus Jacksonville. Could be a bad game script. Waddle, no Teron Armstead at left tackle for the Dolphins, and it could be an ugly game versus the Raiders. Dowdle gets one of the toughest matchups. Purcell would be nice, especially with Kittle out. He'd probably be my second. I go Shakir, Purcell. Who do you like on that one?
Yeah, I'd probably go Shakir, Jameson. I think Jameson's the better receiver versus man coverage. So, but I'd go Shakir.
Okay. Who has the Bills money line here? Dude, I cannot wait for the Bills freaking Chiefs game, bro. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes on the same field. Oh my God. Tingley, what's up? He says Pop or J-Mo.
Pop.
I like Pop. J-Mo's more of a boomer bust. I don't trust it. Eric Smith says Hunt or Jacobs. I like both these running backs, man.
You got to go Josh Jacobs, though. I mean, that's a tough run defense for Kareem Hunt.
I'd probably go Josh Jacobs as well. It's tough. Bears runs these tough too. That's
better matchup, but yeah, it is.
Tingley says Mooney, Higgins, or McConkey. I do not trust Higgins on his first week back. I love McConkey's matchup versus the Bengals. I think that's an easy smash there. Who you taking on that one?
Yeah, that's tough. I think I go McConkey, but I do like Higgins.
You like Higgins?
I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it at all. He's taking his time to get back. I feel like when he comes back, he's fully healthy. So,
Jelly Man in the building. What's up, brother? Are you heading to Fries today? Let me know. CD top 10. I have CD outside my top 20 rest of the way. Magic. I hate to say it. It sucks for CD Lamb, Cooper Rush, and freaking. Even if Trey Lance comes in at halftime, that is not going to help
Tannehill, bro.
It's ugly. Bears +5 first half against the Pack. With the new coaching stuff, I really think, when you get a new coach and they come out, teams win these games, bro. I mean, I don't think in my head that the Bears could beat the Packers, but it's just one of those scripts that I could see, the offensive coordinator fired, team comes out fired up, and they win the game. I like that first half for sure. All right, so we've caught up with almost every game here. We're down to the end here. How many games we have left at the bottom here? Let me see here. We just did the Chiefs, Bills. So now,
Next game.
I love this game, bro. Bengals, Chargers. What do you like from this
It's
game?
going to be a high-scoring game. It's tough. There's not really much pick'ems that I like. I think Herbert's yards were pretty low when I looked at them. I don't know what they're at now.
So it's 48.5 over under. I like the Bengals to win this game. Chargers are favored by 1. But Burrow's at 268.5.
I'm not touching that.
So what I like from Burrow, if I had to pick anything, is his completions. Because I think the Chargers run D is a top 4 run D. I think they're going to stuff up Chase Brown.
Yeah, I think I like Chase Brown's under at 60 rushing yards, I think.
Chase Brown under the 60?
Oh, yeah. I
like that as well. I do. I don't want to touch Jamar Chase at 76, 6.5.
I think Ladd and QJ are both
doable
on the receiving yards. I don't know.
I'm looking at it.
I think I'd lean QJ for the bomb. Let me see.
See, he's lower yardage. He's 45.5.
It's tough. I would rather Ladd receptions, but they don't have it there.
They don't have 3.5 for him. Okay. What about Disley? He has a plus matchup. No love for Disley, 38.5.
He does have a very plus matchup.
J.K. Dobbins to rush the 50 with Gus. Ugh. That's so the 3 I like, and I'm going to lock this in right now, is Joe Burrow's completions, Justin Herbert over the passing yards, and Chase Brown under the rushing.
Justin Herbert. Yeah, I like that too. I think Justin Herbert's passing yards.
So I'm going to lock that one in right now. Okay. If you had one lock from that game, what would it be? The Chase Brown under?
Yeah.
I'm not against that at all. I think I took it against the Ravens, and it was like 2 yards under. It was close.
And he's seeing a lot of volume, and he still went under. So I think maybe Herbert could hopefully take some more snaps this game. I don't know.
PBJ says, got you. With no Kittle, I'm throwing Purcell in my second flex, even though Debo treats Seattle like, dude, Debo's about to thrash Seattle, bro. He always does. He's pissed off. He had a bad week. He's going to kill him.
Yes.
Downs, Purcell, Taysom Hill, Stevenson are worthy in my flex. I'd probably go Stevenson just because I don't trust the rest are all high-risk plays. So if you need a safe floor play, I go Stevenson. If you need the high-end play, I go Downs. What do you like there?
Yeah, that's tough.
That's rough. I mean, Stevenson has a great matchup.
I don't really like Downs. Yeah, I'd probably go, Stevenson.
Definitely going to be on there from Jelly. Best SMG and COD right now, PP 919. I haven't even played
I just want ranked, bro.
That's it. I need ranked to be out.
I'm not touching Dobbins.
Dobbins rushing yards I'm not touching, especially after Gus just saw 10 carries on 20% of the snaps. And coming off his injury, I did not see him getting that much work. So I think you're looking at more of a timeshare here. So I don't know if I want to touch it because he could pop one. 55 yards is not a lot. I don't know if I trust it that much. Okay, so Sunday night football game, last game here, bro. Do you like anything?
Yeah, CJ Stroud under an interception.
Under the interception?
Yeah.
So no picks thrown from CJ in this game?
Let me see.
Oh,
I've played that quite a bit this year, and he's been cashing for me, but it has to be a good matchup for him, obviously.
So Deron Bland is out. He's not there. Okay. So you don't worry about him. Trayvon Diggs will be out there. Jelly, let me hear the props you like. Jelly, drop me some. Gus definitely not gonna get the whole load. Jamar always. I mean, you can't ever sit Jamar Chase. That's what you're wondering. There's no way this guy is dominating fantasy football right now.
Maybe they don't have it on here though. But what's Stroud's pass attempts at? Yeah, Stroud at 31.5 pass attempts. I'm gonna take the under on that on underdog. They don't have it on here though.
I agree.
I still don't mind the under the interception just because, I mean, it's obviously a risky play, but I just don't think he's going to play 4 quarters.
You like Mixon at 86.5 at all?
I would if he plays the whole game, but it's the same thing when I took Barkley against the Cowboys, and I don't want to make the same mistake again. And Barkley had like 67 3/4. He would have hit if he played 4. This isn't going to be a close game.
I know. I think it's going to be really ugly. But 17.5 longest rush. No, I don't like that. Cooper Rush, 180.
under maybe? Under?
Is it going to be under for this guy?
It's got to be. Let me see.
Rico Dowdle's rush yards, but Rico Dowdle's now the guy, so that's risky. Jalen Tolbert's risky. John Mechie's risky. I think I'm going to take CJ Stroud.
Oh, yeah. Cooper Rush under. They're fourth first passing yards QB, and he is horrible, and he's not going to play more than 4 snaps. Trey Lance will be in the game.
Do we think that Trey Lance comes in at halftime, Chad? I want to hear that. I do think Trey Lance comes in at halftime.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under there with Stroud's pass attempts under. I don't mind the under interception, though, either. I don't think he'll play enough to throw one.
I do agree. I also agree with Matt on this one. He does trust Gus, but JK's looked too good for Gus to be the guy, so I don't think I'm riding that at all. So we got about 5 minutes left, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Jelly, let me know if you're heading over there today as well, too. I'm about to, head out here. Dodger Dog, what's good, man? So fire your questions away, guys. I want to make a card of 2 picks that are absolute locks each. Bandit, what do you like on the entire slate here besides Monday Night Football for 2 locks?
Yeah, my 3 picks are Brees rushing yards, Wilson passing yards.
Yeah, Wilson's. I have so many cards of this.
And
if Wilson doesn't hit, I'm losing a lot of money.
Yeah, I stopped playing him because he's Russell Wilson, but it's the best matchup of all time.
Okay. So let me see here. Oh, wait. Gotta go here. So fire away the questions, guys. Whatever you got. I got 5 minutes, so I gotta head out the door here. Thanks for hanging out this morning. If you haven't smashed a sub or a like, make sure you smash that sub, smash that like. All the support's greatly appreciated here. I'm gonna make a card just for you, bro. Just for you.
So we look at Bandit. Even when I look at this, when I'm looking at Stroud under on the pass attempts, it's only been 1 game, but only 2 QBs have gone over this line.
What's
first Dallas all season? CJ Stroud's pass attempt, 30.5 pass attempts under. And that was Daniel Jones and Deshaun Watson who threw 40 passes. And now you get Cooper Rush and a blowout. So,
okay, so Brees Hall, 71.5 rushing. It went up.
100-yard games here, bro.
I'll still rock it. Okay, Bijan receiving. This is gonna be the massive lock from Bandit here. So we'll go Bijan receiving, and what else? Russell.
Okay. Russell Wilson's pass yards.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a 25 piece on this right here. 25 to win 150. We're gonna lock that in. And then I'm going to show you one of my pick'ems that I love here. Mr. Maddox says Devonta Smith and Aaron Jones for Cook and Ladd. I'm smashing that. Chargers have a great schedule the rest of the way. I like James Cook more than Aaron Jones. He's risky. Frank says, thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Chef says, didn't see you guys. We're already at it. We've been at it since 8 a.m., bro. We're almost an hour and a half in. I got my last card coming right here, guys. So my locks that I love, and I have too many Russell Wilson cards. I'm not going to do Russell. It's just painful because if he misses, I'm going to miss everywhere. I do
really like Monty on the rush yards, but
I like that as well.
I like Puka's receiving yards too.
Puka at 68?
Yeah, I like him over Cup this week.
I'm going Tyreek Hill at 67.5. Absolute smash.
He gets that in the first quarter.
And I'm going with Brock Bowers over 5.5 receptions as an absolute lock. And I'm going to go with, on my last one that I really like here, where is he at? It is going to be, this thing's going so slow here.
Oh, I love Dawson Knox, by the way.
That's what I'm looking at. But I have 29.5. I have a lot of him. I think I'm going to go. Give me one, chat. What do you like, Jerry, from one pick here? Jets minus 2.5. I think the Jets win today, bro. I think they save their or try to save their season here.
Yeah, they're winning, bro.
Under 43.5 plus 210. I like that. I didn't get a response from you. You said you're starting, so I just been doing my thing. Oh, you're good, Chef. No worries, brother. Give me one lock, chat. Who do you guys like for one absolute lock? I have too many cards of the same shit. I need to mix one up differently.
Bijan.
I did Bijan receiving last time on yours. And I have so many Bijan, Brees, and Russ. I have a ton.
Yeah, it's just playing the same props over and over. You can't do that.
I'm gonna go right here. Cedric Tillman over 4.5 receptions. I'm gonna lock this in. Yep, he gets 12 targets a game, bro. So my lock is Tillman over 4.5, Tyreek over 67.5, Brock over 5.5. I did 25 to win 150. Bandits is Brees Hall over 71.5 rushing, Bijan Robinson over 27.5 receiving, and Russell Wilson over the passing. Russell Wilson is my absolute lock of the week, guys, at 231. EB says Tennessee, Vikings, Denver, or Vikings, bro. Vikings is number one defense you could have this week. Will Levis was sacked 7 times last week. Absolute smash play. Anything else? Oh, give me your 8. Give me your 8 real quick, Chef, before we head out. Anything else you want to pop in there, Bandit? I gotta check my 20 rosters here and head over to my buddy's house. Jelly, are you mopping over? What are you doing today, Jelly? Give me a text, bro. I'm gonna head over to Fry's here right after this stream. I'm waiting on Chef's 8-piece. What do you got for me? He did Shakir. See, I love Shakir this week too, bro. Shakir over 5.5. Cook over 2.5. I
don't mind Kelsey either.
T is risky over 56, but it's
I
doable.
like T.
Kelsey over 6.5 and Ferguson over Ferguson. Oh,
35 yards with Cooper Rush.
And dude, Houston's number one versus tight end too. But I mean,
they're number one versus the tight end, and Sam Laporta exposed them last week. So
on a 1-play touchdown.
Yeah,
I don't know if I call it exposing on a busted play, but yeah. Hawk top 3. I don't have Hawk top 3, especially in a bad game time or game script. I do like Shakir. I do like Cook. I don't trust T. I do like Kels, and Ferguson scares the shit out of me with fucking Cooper Rush, but 35 yards seems very doable.
Very doable.
Monty, anytime TD is an absolute lock. I love that as well. Texans are an absolute smash play this week, too. I do think the Vikings outscored the Texans, though. I really do. I think they blitzed the shit out of Will Levis. Puka over 5.5. Pickens over 4.5.
I love Puka.
Pickens over the yards. Russ over the yards. I love all those. I have so many slips of those. But it's 9:31, guys. That is it for me. Thank you guys for hanging out today. We'll be back live tomorrow going over what we hit on, what we missed on the week. We'll do a Monday Night Football slate. Bandit, you're welcome to join. Any of the community is welcome to join. Big Draft Energy, thanks for joining this morning. Make sure you smash my guy a sub on his YouTube. Game over. It's always Ridley for me. I've been high on him for 3 weeks straight. He's absolutely balling. See the number one usage in the NFL position. Fire up Ridley. And thank you guys, man. That's that for me. I'll catch you guys next week. Bandit, thanks for joining. BDE, thanks for being there, brother. And I'm out, guys. Everyone, good luck this week. Whew.